Well, good afternoon to you. This is Channel 1 Lunchtime News. My name is Edward Kabasa. I do welcome you to this live broadcast. You can interact with us through our social media platforms, KBC Channel 1 on Facebook and at KBC Channel 1 on Twitter. You can also text us. The number is 22162. My Twitter handle is at Ed Kabasa. A section of legislators from Western Kenya region have vowed to oppose the budget proposal in Parliament, saying it was unfriendly to the common man. The legislators, led by Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula, cited the proposed increment on money transfer charges and other basic commodities, saying it will hurt majority of low-income earners.
The National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich on Thursday read the 2018-2019 budget proposal. The budget will then be presented to the Parliament for approval before its implementation. But the financial proposal might be headed for turbulence in Parliament if threats by a section of Western Kenya MPs is anything to go by. The legislators, led by Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula, described the budget proposal as unnecessary baggage to the already overburdened citizen, citing taxation on a number of basic commodities.
Na hiyo budget imesomwa ni kumuumiza mwananchi wa kawaida kuliko mtu yeyote. Mafuta imeenda juu, which means kutoka leo kwenda mbele hata pikipiki ya bodaboda bei inapanda.
And we are going to oppose what CS Rotich said. Kwa sababu hii bajeti inaenda kuumiza mwananchi wa kawaida. Hiyo simu yenye unatumia mambo ya M-Pesa.
MPs kwamba wiki ijayo wakati wataenda katika bunge wakatae completely ile budget ambayo imeletwa na serikali. Hiyo ni budget ambayo inaumiza mtu mdogo. Ikipita bei ya chakula itaenda juu.
The leaders, while claiming a big percentage of the budget allocation ends up in corrupt hands, called for harsher penalties on corrupt individuals.
Uhuru Kenyatta kama rais wa Kenya amesema anapigana na ufisadi, tunamuunga mkono. Lakini hatutaki kuona vita ambayo na mapendeleo. Tunataka kila jiwe hata likiwa na uzito gani lipinduliwe.
Katika vita ya kupigana na ufisadi, Uhuru uanze from the knowns to the unknowns.
And speaking separately in Embu Diocese Catholic Bishop Paul Kariuki called for quarterly audits on all government agencies as a step towards the fight against corruption.
Tusingoje baada ya miaka mingi sasa ndio tunaambiwa pesa milioni za pesa zimepotea. Itakuwa vizuri mno tukuangalia kila quarter, kila idara ya serikali imekuwa audited. We can have internal auditors and external auditors. Kila idara.
The Baringo County leadership, led by Area Women Representative Gladwell Tungo, also joining the anti-corruption crusade and supported President Uhuru Kenyatta's call for lifestyle audit on civil servants.
I want to tell the president of this country, I'm a challenge president, kiongozi wetu, endelea na hiyo vita na usimuonee mtu yeyote huruma.
And we shall be the first people, I and His Excellency the Governor of Baringo, we shall be the first people to take the lead so that lifestyle audit can be done on us and our CEC members and all the civil service in Baringo County.
Samson Kitavi, Lunchtime News.
Reactions over a proposal by the County Assembly to pay gym subscription for its 33 members of County Assembly continue to elicit varied reactions. Embu Catholic Bishop Paul Kariuki says the Assembly should instead channel such monies to development projects in the county. It It was one of the most controversial proposals yet for the Embu County Assembly, one that will see taxpayers shoulder the burden of subscribing gym services for 33 MCAs and 80 staff members to help them cut weight. Speaker Josiah Thereku, while defining the activities of the 2018-2019 financial year, had attempted to defend the proposal, saying that ward representatives had gained weight since their election into office, a development he said could interfere with the Assembly's legislative agenda. This decision has, however, not been received well by a section of Embu residents who have termed the move not so honorable.
Tusiwe tunapanga mambo ni ya kutumia pesa tuitumie kwa njia inayofaa, na hasa kwa watoto ambao tunasema watakuwa viongozi wa kesho.
Kama una afya, basi ondoka, wengine wale wako na afya waendelee kufanya ile kazi.
Bishop Paul Kariuki says such activities ought to be financed by each member and not by the public.
Wacha hii mambo tunasikia katika kaunti sasa, tutakuwa tukiribia watu kwenda gym. Hiyo ni kitu binafsi. Hata mimi siripiwi na kanisa kama nataka kwenda gym.
Embu County Assembly Majority Leader Michael Njeru has however defended the fitness proposal, arguing it was largely taken out of context.
Hiyo mazoezi inafanywa ni ile michezo tunacheza huko kwa assembly, sababu tuko na michezo kadhaa, lakini vile ilienda watu wanataka kupunguza weight, sio kupunguza weight.
Victims of the recent flash floods in Tana River County are demanding compensation from the Kenya Power Generating Company, KenGen. Through their leaders, the residents claim that the power generation company must pay for damages caused by flash floods from the Seven Forks Hydro Station situated along the lower part of Tana River.
Close to 3/4 of Tana River County was destroyed by the recent floods, with a number of deaths reported after the inundation. A humanitarian crisis ensued as people were forced outside their homes, seeking solace in camps. The victims of these flash floods now apportioning blame to Kenya Power Generating Company, KenGen.
Miji yote imezama vile mnavyoona. Watu bado hawataweza kurudi hata miezi 4 ijayo. Kwa hivyo sisi tunawasema kwa serikali ya Kenya waweze kutafuta mbinu ya kuregesha watu hawa waweze kukaa katika maisha yao ya zamani, kwa sababu watu hawa wamehama, wameenda sehemu ya madogo na wameenda kuathirika huko.
Tana River Senator Juma Wario and Garsen MP Ali Wario led the residents in accusing the company of deliberately releasing water from its Seven Forks dam situated in the Tana Delta.
Upande wa response, kwa sababu Tana River hii saa hii maji imekaa zaidi ya mwezi 3 na bado itaendelea vile senator anasema zaidi ya mwezi 4 ingine hii maji itakaa. KenGen inaachilia maji. KenGen ni shirika ya serikali tunasema. Kama Solai ni damu ya private, ingelazimishwa yule mtu ambaye amehusika ndio afanyiwe akompensate hawa watu, sio serikali. Lakini watu wa Tana River wanaathirika na damu za serikali ambayo ni ya KenGen.
Watu wa KenGen wanafungulia maji na wanaleta athari kubwa kiasi hii siku zote. Sisi tunasema watu wa KenGen mtoke nje, mkuje msaidie watu ya Tana River, muwapatie fidia, muandike vijana yao kazi, mufanye resettlement mbali na serikali.
The affected families have signed a petition to the National Assembly to compel KenGen to compensate them.
Tunasimama, angalia, kuna kinyesi, hakuna choo. Hawa watu ambaye ni IDPs hakuna choo wanatumia, so choo yao ni karibu na maji, na maji wanatumia kukunywa, kukula, ndio hii. So kuna hali ya hatari zaidi itatokea. Mambo ya cholera ni mojao, saa hii malaria zaidi, kwa sababu hawa watu wanahitaji nets, wanahitaji maji safi, wanahitaji pia, kwa sababu zamani wanaangalia shamba yao, saa hii shamba iko ndani ya maji, imeharibiwa. Hawa watu watapata wapi chakula?
Speaking after a tour of Madogo area where most of the flood victims are now suffering from cholera, the two leaders warned that they will institute legal proceedings should KenGen fail to act on their petition.
Hiyo kama hamutafanya hivyo, watu wa Tana River wataenda kotini, na koti ya Kenya itaamuru yale ambayo shida kiasi ile mumeleta mutalipa kupitiana na koti ya Kenya.
Eric Biegon reporting for Channel 1 News.
Conservationists are rooting for the integration of local communities in the management of wildlife conservancies as a sustainable plan of curbing human-wildlife conflict. Northern Region's Trust Development Officer Titus Pagent says the model will not only protect wildlife but also economically empower communities living around the conservancies.
After years of human-wildlife conflict, residents of Orwa along the West Pokot and Turkana common border adopted community conservancies. 2 years later, beyond the Maswal and Palo conservancies, serving their purpose to protect wildlife, now the facilities bring the local population good tidings through employment opportunities with the reformed warriors serving as guards. The weekend's event, the culmination of yet another milestone, as residents of West Pokot County received 3 million shillings worth of bursaries generated from area community conservancies to support the less fortunate in their academic endeavors.
Najua katika hii area ni kuwa masomo ndio chanzo ya kubadilisha maisha ya jamii. Ndio maana siku ya leo tumesema tutabadilisha akili za watu ili tuweze kuwezesha kubadilisha mienendo ya maisha yao, waache yale mambo ya kuingia mwituni, cattle rustling, na waone kuwa maisha yanabadilishwa na mambo ya masomo.
Northern Rangelands Trust Development Officer Titus Pagent urging Kenyans to adopt community conservancies as a sustainable approach in safeguarding the country's wildlife. This as the local leadership lauded the initiative as having contributed immensely to peaceful coexistence among communities living along the common border. Rose Kuku, Channel 1, Lunchtime News.
And in other matters, the KBC Land Registry is on the spot of alleged corrupt practices. A lobby group dubbed KBC Governance Watch says cartels have taken over operations at the office and want the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to launch investigations.
It was a demonstration of displeasure by a group of non-government organizations led by KBC Governance Watch. The group taking to streets before marching to KBC Land Registry.
Mtu mwenye anatumwa hapa lazima atufanyie kazi kama ofisa wa serikali akichua ethics ya kazi ya civil service.
Lobbyist Chair Peter Momanyi calling for probe on government employees at KBC County Lands Registry.
Ndio tumesema sasa na ndio ya mwisho kutoka hapa tunaenda EACC ndio tujue ni nini wamefanya na upelelezi gani wamefanya kuhusu hii corruption ya lands hapa KBC.
This even as KBC County Executive Committee member in charge of lands and urban planning Moses Onderi dismissed the existence of cartels, calling on those dissatisfied with operations at the office to provide him with necessary information for appropriate action.
What you are raising here, that we have people in this land registry who are not supposed to be there. Can somebody confidentially give me the list, the names of those people, so that we are dealing with specific issues?
Sharon Zay, Lunchtime News.
And with that report by Sharon Zay, we take a short break, but don't go too far. This is Channel 1 Lunchtime News.
Nikasema Mungu wangu usiniache, kwa sababu mimi ukiniacha nitafanya nini? Umechukua baba yao, umechukua ndugu yangu baba yao watoto, ukachukua mama yao watoto. Nimebaki mkono huu. Ikawa sasa ni safari ndefu. Kila mtu amehang kwa mabega yangu anayo. Uko positive na virus ya kansa.
Like the soup really burned your face, right? Well, that sucks. But believe me, it could be much worse.
I don't want to lose you, Michael.
You already lost me, mother.
I could turn around, I knew who it was. I felt her hands upon my shoulders. She pushed me.
The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Imagine all the possibilities of the Mombasa-Nairobi highway or phase 1 of the SGR were straight line routes. The Mombasa-Nairobi highway twists and turns with its many corners, goes downhill and ascends steep slopes. In contrast, the SGR runs on an almost straight line. So, back to my point. Comparing road and rail speeds and capacity between Mombasa and Nairobi, it is fairly obvious that the Madaraka Express freight service shall change the game.
It's 13 minutes past 1. A very good afternoon to you. This is Channel 1 Lunchtime News. Reformed Maasai women circumcisers from Kajiado Central and Kajiado County will benefit from a communal resource center aimed at empowering them economically. The resource center, established by various anti-female genital mutilation non-governmental organizations, will train women on basic tailoring skills.
The fully equipped resource center established through the Uwezo Fund has 3 facilities at Kenya village who will train women on how to sew clothes, with the first priority targeting reformed circumcisers, with 55 women already identified. School dropouts and teen mothers will also benefit from the project, dubbed Cut the Garment, Not the Girl. Upon completion of a 3-month training, the women through home-based circles or chamas will use Uwezo Fund to buy machines and set up their businesses. Speaking during the launch, anti-FGM board members Agnes Lena said the fight against FGM will only be attainable if drastic collaborative measures are put in place.
The whole project is about resource mobilization and about entrepreneurship, a different kind of business. Not the kind that will bring you 40,000 from cutting a girl, but maybe 40,000 from cutting a garment. And what they want to do now is to make uniforms and take these girls to school rather than marrying them off.
Sentiments echoed by Kajiado County Commissioner David Kipkemei, who also warned of stern action against perpetrators.
Huyu mama alikuwa mkubwa wa kukata wasichana katika kaunti mzima na amekata wengi sana, lakini tukisimama na yeye saizi hapa, yeye ameokoka, amewachana na hiyo maneno, na sasa tunasunguka pamoja na yeye na wengine kuhakikisha ya kwamba msichana Masai hako na uhuru wa kusoma mpaka mahali atafika.
The women beneficiaries lauded the move, saying it gives a new focus to women who have been aching out a living by endangering the lives of girls.
It was a wedding of a kind in Homa Bay County after a couple with a hearing disability tied the knot in a colorful ceremony. Elsewhere, joy and celebrations characterized Father's Day celebrations at Gashurage SCK Church in Kiambu County after 6 elderly couples tied the knot in a ceremony witnessed by hundreds of worshippers and relatives.
Pango mzima
Wanjoma Dongo Mirwa Koreko Bunda,
ile show kubwa East Africa.
Top Mashariki, just ring the alarm. I miss a ring it, ring it, ring it like so.
Top Mashariki.
Uzuri wangu bei gani, haupati kiutani. Uzuri wangu nyumbani, ananipa burudani.
It looks like the soup really burned your face, right? Well, that sucks. But believe me, it could be much worse.
I don't want to lose you, Michael.
You already lost me, mother.
I felt a presence right behind me. But before I could turn around, I knew who it was. I felt her hands upon my shoulders. She pushed me.
Kumbe, 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 kwa Yesu ni raha. Tumekuja kupare kwa Yesu. Ulizia uambiwe, mambo za shetani yakudaiwe. Nasikia kuzitoka. Baba nichukue, nifunze, nataka kusoma. Kwa shule yako, kwa shule yako. Nichukue, nifunze, nataka kusoma. Kwa shule yako, kwa shule yako. Basi cheza de, dance de, ukiweka de kama Daudi. Tunalala amka, lala amka, Yesu anapepea. Tunalala amka, lala amka, zidi kutumbea. Don't you see the way I get down, oh. No, ma, mother. When I'm singing praise to my God, oh.
Judge Felix, why do you think South Africa has the highest economy in Africa? I think everybody knows it. It's because the whites stayed there and colonized them for the longer part than any other country in Africa.
Kurt Vonnegut said that you are what you pretend to be. So you must be careful with what you pretend to be. You can't preach water while you are taking alcohol.
It looks like the soup really burned your face, right? Well, that sucks. But believe me, it could be much worse.
I don't want to lose you, Michael.
You already lost me, mother.
I felt a presence right behind me. But before I could turn around, I knew who it was. I felt her hands upon my shoulders. She pushed me.
Nikasema Mungu wangu usiniache, kwa sababu mimi ukiniacha nitafanya nini? Umechukua baba yao, umechukua ndugu yangu baba yao watoto, ukachukua mama yao watoto. Nimebaki mkono huu. Ikawa sasa ni safari ndefu. Kila mtu amehang kwa mabega yangu anayo. Uko positive na virus ya kansa.
Siku ile nilifind out, aliniambia ataniua nikijaribu kutoka. So ikabidi tu nikae.
Nakumbuka sele dada alisema he's a jack of all trades. Yes. So miss kumget, so nilimvako kama any lawyer. A lawyer?
What stories?
That you're having an affair with one of your church members.
What?
The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Imagine all the possibilities of the Mombasa-Nairobi highway or phase 1 of the SGR were straight line routes. The Mombasa-Nairobi highway twists and turns with its many corners, goes downhill and ascends steep slopes. In contrast, the SGR runs on an almost straight line. So, back to my point. Comparing road and rail speeds and capacity between Mombasa and Nairobi, it is fairly obvious that the Madaraka Express freight service shall change the game.
I see you came to party. Easy. Yeah. 500 people. And for me, I don't go ahead. I tell you.
mpango mzima.
Wanjoma dongo mirwa koreko bunda.
Ile show kubwa East Africa.
Top Mashariki, just ring the alarm. I say ring it, ring it, ring it like so.
Top Mashariki.
Uzuri wangu bei ghali, haupati kiutani. Mzungu wangu nyumbani, ananipa burudani.
Kumbe 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 kwa Yesu ni raha. Tumekuja kupare kwa Yesu. Ulizia uambiwe mambo za shetani yakudaiwe. Nasikia kuzitoka. Baba nichukue, nifunze, nataka kusoma kwa shule yako, kwa shule yako. Nichukue, nifunze, nataka kusoma kwa shule yako, kwa shule yako. Basi cheza de, dance de, ukiweka de kama Daude. Tunalala amka, lala amka, Yesu anapepea. Tunalala amka, lala amka, zidi kutumbea. Don't you see the way I get down, oh. No ma, moto. When I'm singing praise to my God, oh.
Welcome back. It was a wedding of a kind in Homa Bay County after a couple with a hearing disability tied the knot in a colorful ceremony. Elsewhere, joy and celebrations characterized Father's Day celebrations at Gashorage ACK Church in Kiambu County after 6 elderly couples tied the knot in a ceremony witnessed by hundreds of worshippers and relatives.
Relatives gathered at the Redeemed Gospel Church in Oyugis Town, Homa Bay County, to celebrate the rare wedding. Calvin Sotieno and Consolata Boke, a couple with a hearing disability, had chosen the day to express their love by saying, "I do." But the celebrations were marked by signing rather than ululations. But the silent jubilation did not take away the obvious ecstasy displayed in the joyful faces of the friends and relatives of the couple who celebrated their union. Consolata is a teacher in one of the special schools in Korea, Migori County, while Calvin's works as a support staff at a school in Oyugis. It was a different kind of jubilation in Gasharage ACK Church Kiamba in Kiambu, where 6 elderly couples solemnized their weddings. The couples chose Father's Day to celebrate their day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Calls for more support for senior citizens who often suffer neglect in their sunset days reverberating during the ceremony. Reporting for Lunchtime News, I'm Jackie Wambiru.
The government intends to pump more financial resources to vocational training that will be executed through the National Industrial Training Authority, NITA. Public Service Cabinet Secretary Margaret Kobia says Kenyans should henceforth embrace technical courses and take advantage of the numerous opportunities for employment and self-employment. Emphasizing the significance of the program, the CS disclosed that a large number of youth who have enrolled for technical courses have already secured job placement at various institutions.
This program gives people the relevant skill to be able to enable them to have a job. Therefore, what I would urge Kenyans is to start attaching a lot of importance on vocational training, because that's where the jobs are. You can still go to university, and after you have gone to university, because of expansion in technical and vocation training institution now, TVET, we should be able, parents and the youth should be encouraged to take opportunities that are coming through this TVET and be able to have those skills that can be able to give them the jobs.
2 suspects were arrested in Kisumu County and thousands of liters of illicit brew confiscated during a swoop to rid the town of counterfeits. At least 28 illegal gambling machines were confiscated during the raid as the war against illegal gaming business intensifies.
2 suspects were arrested and will be arraigned in court for trading in the counterfeits.
So this stuff, they are using the lake, the boats, to bring in the stuff. So what we've done as a security committee, we've also engaged the beach management units. So they are going to be our people on the ground, so that when they detect, we'll be able to go in very fast and be able to arrest these people bring in the stuff, because we've been able to put a series of roadblocks along the Kisumu-Busia highway so that we can intercept these contrabands.
During the swoop, a motorbike used to ferry the illicit brew was also set ablaze in the clearest sign yet of the commitment by the authorities to win the war against illicit brew in the county.
We also have a motorbike here. This is a motorbike that has been used to ferry Changa in Nyahera division, and they are taking advantage of the border because we border Nandi County and Western Kenya. So these people take this stuff to the neighboring counties, and whenever we follow them, they will always cross over to the other county and disappear. But today we were able to impound the motorbike. The suspect managed to run away. So we are going to destroy the motorbike also, so that we can send a very strong message that these motorbikes are used for transportation, for border operations, but not to carry stuff that is going to destroy our young youths.
At least 28 gambling machines were confiscated and thousands of illicit brew destroyed during the operation.
I can say authoritatively that today we've mopped out all the gambling machines within Kisumu sub-county. We have 28 in number, as you can see behind. We are going to destroy them by burning. We've also been able to impound .
Kukaribisha kwa moyo mkunjufu hapa katika mahanja. Ni brief. Kwa nataka wabio DJ nicheze hiyo wimbo kusimama na magoti, alafu unawekelea kidogo. Kama kidogo, shika magoti. Usikohoe. How you doing it? Mahanja mislit. Ukishirikisha zile kwa tuonekana baya.
Kuna mambo mama. Kuna mambo
Umewaisikia kuna mtu anasema dadake Abdullah beba. Nilikuwa kifine thank you. Nilikuwa kifine thank you kujibeba sura. Ni vile na kujanga hapa mnanitengeneza kidogo makeup.
And further afield, former U.S. First Lady Laura Bush has condemned a controversial policy that splits up families who illegally entered the country. Writing in the Washington Post, she describes the separation of children from their parents as cruel, immoral, and heartbreaking.
Comments by former U.S. First Lady Laura Bush following growing controversy over President Donald Trump's zero-tolerance immigration policy. The wife of the former Republican President George W. Bush said the policy is immoral and had broken her heart. Earlier, Melania Trump made a rare statement expressing concern. Her spokeswoman said she hates to see children separated from their families. She repeated her husband's call for both sides to work on immigration reforms as a solution. However, fact-checkers point out that the policy was introduced by Trump's Attorney General and does not require congressional action to be stopped. In a recent